Good morning, everyone. Roberta here. It's before 6 o'clock in the morning, the last day of the contest, and I sure like to win. I have Philadelphia cream cheese, and I'm going to be making a wonderful, about 8-minute rice pudding. I have this instant ready rice, and it's jasmine, and of course I have my Philadelphia cream cheese original. And here I have 5 sticks of butter. Every good girl should start off a recipe with a little bit of butter, shouldn't they? Throw that right in there. Turn my burner on. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. I was so worried about whether I'd get another recipe or two in on time. I mean, I've written out plenty, so I have a lot to work with. So we'll get that butter going. And we're going to open up the rice. Jasmine rice. It smells sweet. We have some jumbo red raisins, and they're a very sweet, lovely raisin, and of course you can't have rice pudding without raisin. And we have some heavy cream, and I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla and some cinnamon and just a little bit of curry powder too for a little extra flavor pizzazz. And let me get some. Okay, our butter is melting down here. As you can see, I have it on high heat. It's, we're going to use a little bit of water on top of that to soften up our raisins and make them plump and pop. Alright. Now, we're going to take and we're going to throw our raisins in. And I say, unfortunately, my big cup's misplaced, and this here is 1/3 cup. So I'm going to add a cup's worth of raisins. Alright, and I'll take a little bit of digging. Been cooking here and cooking there. I'll be lucky to gather everything up again. Alright, there's 2. And there's 3. That's a cup's worth of raisins. Now, I said a cup, but let's throw an extra 1/3 cup in there just for good measures. Alright, there you go. That's 1 1/3 cup of raisins. And we have our fancy little spoon with the hole in it. Give it a stir. And the butter's just barely starting to sizzle with those raisins and pulling out that sweet goodness. You know, that's nature's fruit. Alright, and it's still on a high flame, as I said. I'm going to take my 1 cup of water and put it in. And this is a wet dry cup, but the reason the glass ones are much better is with liquids you can see through the side of it. Alright, that's in there. I'm going to measure out some spices. Alright, so we're going to take 1 teaspoon of vanilla, because that jasmine has a nice flavor, so you don't want to take away from that. Alright, fill it right up and put it right in there. And as for the cinnamon here, a little bit of cinnamon in your rice pudding's wonderful, isn't it? You can't have rice pudding without cinnamon, so we're going to take a 1/2 teaspoon here. Dig right in there. And level that off pretty much, unless you like a little more. And then you could, like me, slightly round it. You can put a little extra in. Alright. We'll give that a stir. It's coming to a boil again, those raisins are. So, you stir it right in there. And as for the curry, I like curry. Curry is good for you. It warms the soul. We're going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of curry. Just slightly round it, be fine. Throw that right in there. Well, I hope everyone is still sleeping, because me, I love to be sleeping. But the early bird gets the worm. Now, that's still boiling there. I want to take my heavy cream and I'm going to put in, 1 1/2 cups of heavy cream. I'm going to take my Philadelphia cream cheese now, because my raisins are plumping up nicely and starting to smell very lovely. Yes, it is. And I'll open this bad boy up. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, put our Philadelphia cream cheese in there to make it creamy and good. Alright, start right in, stir, stir, stir. Oh yeah. Oh, it's smelling good already. I want to eat it now with a big spoon. Probably not this spoon. Stir, stir, stir. Okay, break down that Philadelphia cream cheese until it's a nice creamy liquidy without any big lumps. Of course, if there were lumps in it, I chew them up just like I do my oatmeal. Dun, 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 dun. Now, as you can see, we have a beautiful, creamy, hot, steamy rice base. Okay, we're going to take our 1.5 cups of heavy cream and throw that right in there too. Okay. How about a little bit of sugar, everyone? We're going to take a 1/2 cup of sugar. We don't need too much because those raisins are just naturally sweet. And we're going to put that right in there too. Tell you what, I only added a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon more because I like my cinnamon. Some people might not want it quite as spicy, but I think it'll be a perfect rice pudding. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go along? Alright. Before that cream comes to a boil, and after you have your cream cheese mixed evenly, take your jasmine rice and just break it up in there. Just break it up. Yeah. Squeeze it up a little bit. I said 8 minutes or less, so I don't know if you're with me, but I like my rice pudding hot, cold, I don't care. It is nice real cold too, though. And the longer it sits, the more this rice will absorb up the flavor of the broth. But all in all, this is ready rice. It says 90 seconds. So, truth is we could eat it in 90 seconds, but we're going to let this heavy cream incorporate in with the rice. I'm just going to stir it gently for about 2 minutes. Sounds sad, but like a long time. I'm just going to stir it up 2 minutes. I'm watching the clock now, and in doing so, I'll prevent the heavy cream from boiling and the wonderful Philadelphia brand cream cheese. And in a few minutes, after this is done stirring, I'll put it in a serving dish and I'll show you what it looks like. Thank you very much for everything. Hello everyone. It's been 8 minutes now. It just barely turned 8 minutes, and I'm going to give this a stir. I had to let it rest for a minute so it wasn't too hot, and like I said, that rice needs to absorb up that oh so goodness from the Philadelphia cream cheese and the raisins. And we're going to take it and we're going to put it in our bowl, and it's a little sticky because it's nice and sweet. Only 1/2 cup of sugar, but a lot of goodness in there. And here we have it. Our Philadelphia brand cream cheese raisin rice pudding. And this is my breakfast. My first breakfast. Oh my. This is very, very, very good. And I'm going to like it even better cold because I'm that kind of girl. But if you want, you can take your pan and you put it right in your freezer and chill it, because I used hardly any time at all in preparing this. Instead of the 8 minutes rest, 8 minutes rested in the freezer and then some, because in less than 1 hour you can have the creamiest, dreamiest rice pudding made with Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. Oh, one more thing. A little bit of Cool Whip. Oh yeah. Have a good day.